on that point as well. It's exactly what we saw from Grat the other day in that game versus BMB. Do you guys remember that Nuke map where on CT side he was pulling clutches out the wazoo, he was, you know, hitting drop shots with the AWP, he was doing everything he could. He was wrecking BMB in that game, and that was the game where EXTREMUM were 10-1 down on their T side. They make it a 10-5 half, and then they storm the second. So yeah, like we talk about resilience. I think it is a big talking point in a series like this where we just saw an EXTRASALT comeback, you know, and we know that EXTREMUM can do it as well. Hell, who's going to be able to hold on longer? Who's going to be able to keep their heads in the game right now with those dominant first halves? Because that's one consistent thing we see when these two teams take each other on.
Yeah, I'll also just say, by the way, before we get into this, the guys at EXTREMUM are great. Their head of business development's an old friend, someone that I know from my time in esports, and they literally messaged saying they're loving the banter about their manifesto, and you know, keep it up. They're really good sports. They're really cool guys. They are an org that, you know, I have a lot of time for, and the players are all really cool guys as well. So we're having a bit of fun, but just to make it clear, they are in on the joke. So
that's awesome. I'm glad they're taking it well. You know, and respect to the org. We've shouted out EXTRASALT in the past as well for picking up these this team at a time of, you know, of flux, right, of uncertainty. Well, the same goes to be said for EXTREMUM as well, right? Like these guys were left to the wayside. Not only were the boys considering, you know, going home, splitting up, seeing what they could do. I mean, Jacob even left this damn team, and they brought him back. So how awesome is it to see this full roster together right now?
I mean, there was the story with Kassad as well, right?
Yeah.
It feels like...
I mean, he's left this team more times than I can count.
all the wayward sheep are back in the flock.
Yeah, man. Kassad was leaving and rejoining back when Nifty was still in the squad, right? So,
oh, man.
Yeah, man. It's he's had a real, you know, in and out relationship with this team. I do love it though. Like that to me suggested that like it is almost like this family bond where occasionally Kassad's just like, man, I need to get away from these guys for a bit, and then he's like gone for a month, and he's going, God, I really miss those. I can't even think of what
people.
People,
Rascals,
guys, rascals.
Gamers.
Also, there's been a little update. I'll keep you all posted with CS news. There's an update out for Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Ancient going through some changes, which is pretty exciting.
Good change.
We will have more on that once
they've added some trains
proper
to it.
Research. They've added a bunch of trains to Ancient.
Harry's request.
Just a shitload of trains. Even more than were on the map train to begin with.
Yeah.
And they're all mobile and moving now.
And sometimes one of them randomly changes into a giant robot. Because he is Diesel.
Is that his name or what he's powered on?
Yeah, well, both. That's the irony.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's the only Cybertronian that doesn't use energon cubes to fuel himself, so...
What a dick.
Well, sure, greater parties, though, you know, on Cybertron. It is a talking point when they're all having their energon cubes, and he just says, no, I'll have a pint of diesel, me, glug, 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 and they're all like, oh, wow. So,
man, Sonic could plant. He doesn't even know it. Now he can't. Gratz in main, but he had a huge timing to just walk out as the kill. Oh, boy, one more in heaven. He's walking out in the open. He's checking what he can, but he's been timed out the rafters. He tries to save. Doesn't even go for the stick. Knew that probably wouldn't happen, and even so, he's dead anyway. So, EXTREMUM on the board.
Yep.
Now I kind of got a weird little preview of these maps last night. I was actually waiting on you guys to wrap up a game with EXTRASALT.
Everyone waits on us to wrap it up, mate, and go. You know, so there, you were in keeping with the rest of the chat, I imagine.
Yeah, but I was over and waiting on a game in Premier where they played these two maps. Slightly different competition. That was against Secret Club. EXTREMUM, bit of a tougher hill to climb, but I will say, EXTRASALT looked good, and they were trying some tricky things, some things I hadn't seen them pull before, particularly on Vertigo. They were trying a couple different ideas, so I'd imagine they had an eye to the fact that this veto might come back the same way. And we're specifically trying to drive the maps there to maybe get a bit of a chance to try some things out in live competition.
Another esports marketing fail there by Secret Club. Obviously, by virtue of having a web page on the ESEA website, it's not very secret at all. Also, not really a club when you think about it.
This is very exclusive. Only 5 people are allowed in.
That's why I never liked Team Secret, frankly. Always thought that was a bit... How secret can you be if you're at TI?
Yeah, I mean, you know, next. I was going to say Extra Salt aren't even to do with salt, and then I realized they do actually sell salt, and Darth Mike actually owns it.
I do.
Does it taste any better?
Is it actually good? Because I was going to get some.
I haven't opened it yet. I'm still debating whether I want to open it or just keep it on a shelf forever.
Oh, it's like
if they win the whole tournament, will you commit to
opening the whole jar?
I'll cook a steak.
No,
it's
don't
not
do that,
salt
Harry,
that you're
that's
supposed
fatal.
to just like
that's actually
cook
fatal.
with. It's finishing salt. You're supposed to like sprinkle it on top of things at the end to look dope.
Oh, like that guy with the ponytail.
Yeah. Salt Bay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what.
Guy.
If
I refuse to
Extra
use
Salt
his name.
win this tournament, I will cook a steak and then Salt Bay the steak with extra salt.
Okay.
On stream?
Kind of feel this isn't
we'll ring you up.
Kind of feel this
I'll
isn't much
record
of a
it.
forfeit. I will cook a delicious steak and then eat it.
Yeah.
It's a great deal for me. I mean, I'll be
with
celebrating,
the salt
man.
on.
Americans, any excuse to eat. Am I right?
Oh, he's got you there.
I have got you there. You are American.
You know what, guys? If any Counter-Strike is played today, I'll have a drink for every map that's played.
It's like this doesn't feel very hard. Little cross into garage, Azza. He heard the footsteps. He heard the feeties. But for the time being, they've snuck a man into the garage. Right?
Not sneaky if he heard it, though.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
you
true.
said he heard.
Yeah, he did hear it.
Yeah.
So they've, loudly marched into the garage
Yep.
and now sneaking into heaven. They are sneaking for this portion of the journey. Oh,
Sonic.
Azza just hitting this timing,
Oh.
but Sonic is once again feeling it with the entry kills. He's opened up the A bomb site and probably just won the round there and then, right? It's just going to be a save out of these 2 remaining players.
Sonic's finding great timings on those A-lurks. He's always good at doing that on the T side of this map. Just either coming down vent first and being that patrol man on B, or walking out top in the mid round, or waiting till his team have taken B control and then walking out top and getting the backup vent or backup ramp wherever they go. So it gives you something nice to fall back on. But right there, that's double entry. It's not like that was an empty A site. Kills Buntet and Azza, sends EXTREMUM on the save, and gets Extra Salt their first round.
And just while the bomb ticks away here, we've had some feedback about the commentary that we've provided so far. I'll refer to an HLTV thread entitled "Richard Lewis, please shut the fuck up." Holy fuck. He is making the game so annoying to watch. Please, I wish they had a separate stream with just game audio. Why is Richard Lewis even casting an RMR event when he doesn't even cast? At least before, Summit was laid back, funny, and CS related. I don't know what the fuck Richard Lewis is talking about. I hope he burns in hell.
Oh, he finished it strong, didn't he?
I do love I always think, right, the people who type just anything ever, really. Like what's going through there, like he's typing he's gonna read this and he's gonna think, well, I've been done there and just leave the show. Or like BTS are gonna read it and go, fuck man, this Richard guy is kind of washed, isn't he? Let's start up the second
That's
stream.
the best bit. The fact that obviously one of the things that I know all TOs do is they actually do collate all of the feedback from like the major websites and social media outlets and stuff. And so it's someone's job at Beyond the Summit to file that thread away and factor it into future hiring practices.
They do it with HLTV forums?
They'll be like, listen, guys, you know, I know Richard Lewis is someone who has hosted an Emmy-nominated TV show in the past, but he does talk about Transformers and cocaine a lot, so...
We're going to hire him again for the next summit.
In retrospect, probably best he does burn in hell.
Really sold on the burning in hell part.
It's just OC. And also, there's just as much evidence that hell is cold as it is hot, by the way.
We talked about that, didn't we? Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
And so if he was listening as much as he's making out, surely would have known that. But
it's just going to freeze in hell,
yeah. It's 4 on the board for EXTREMUM.
Hell must have frozen over.
All right, so I missed this conversation, but I do want to know, how is there evidence one way or another?
I mean, really, there's no evidence at all.
Well,
yeah, there's not like
that's the fatal flaw, isn't it, mate?
Let's not go that way.
That's where the HLTV guys really made a mistake there. Because hell is an illusory concept to begin with. I will neither be burning nor freezing.
He's using his investigative journalist skills there.
Oh, this
I
one's
don't
off
want
the
to go back to
rails.
the crash.
No, I don't either, really.
Look,
but that's the thing about crash.
Where
it is a hardy plant, from what I've heard. I went a bit Australian there.
Hardy plant?
It is a hardy plant, from what I've heard. All right, Liaz, he's...
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, well, you know, I love doing accents. I'm not very polished at them, but I'll give it a go. Right, mate, you got Liaz over here in the ramp room.
No way.
And now, Fang is going to try and pull a number on him. Oh, this is cooked, mate. This is all gone sideways. Liaz going to have to try and do the impossible here. They are rushing him down, and Fang's going to get the better of him. Now Gratisfaction's been called in over towards Hell, but it's actually Jacob striking the next man from the tally. Oh, that's a bit of a belter there from Fang. Now Bunset, time to step up, but there's one. Oh, not quite the double. Fucking hell. It's all kind of ground into a bit of a halt here.
Oh.
Sonic. It's more like it out of him, lad. Gratisfaction.
Oh.
Those are the shots we want out of the guy. But once again, it's grinded to a halt. It's a bit of a staple.
Oh, big flank. They line up. OC. Goodbye. He's got 2. Extra salt on the board. And man, we should just do the rest of the show like this.
It's cooked, mate. It's all gone fucked, mate, in the server. Where's Mac, mate, when we need him, mate?
Yeah.
Let's bring him onto the line. Hi, guys. Mac here.
I think we've used, you know, all our F-bombs for today.
Yeah.
We do have a limit.
We do have a limit, and we're already...
We've gone pretty wild, actually, with the swearing.
Yeah, guys, come on. Be professionals.
That's
you
really
will
good.
burn in
I'm
hell.
legitimately impressed with your grasp of the Australian accent.
Thank you, man. Wow, that means a lot. Look at Grat waiting for a knife. This is cheeky. Oh, ooh, they are going into A, though. Gratisfaction's here nice and speedily. Grat, give us a big round. Come on, Grat. Let's go. Vintage Gratisfaction, baby. We're not holding back on anyone. We're giving them the full taste of Gratisfaction. He's in with the first. He's creeping through the smoke. He's looking for it. He's spurred on by what I'm saying. He's believing as well. Grat, he hears them running away. Yeah, but he's got the info, so it's not as bad as it looks. They know it's this B play. They're going to start to rotate down ahead of time. And I've just got a feeling about Grat. I've just got a feeling about how this guy's looking. And, well, that'll teach me for having feelings. Back to the emotionless pit I go as Extra Salt lock in 3.
Never trust a hope. Never trust a feeling.
I trusted it the other day, and it worked flawlessly.
Well,
today, different story.
While we get a timeout here, some more feedback about the commentary. Also from HLTV forums.
Oh, nice.
New thread or just in the replies?
Oh no, a new thread. Of course.
Oh, okay.
In a thread called casting. Which actually, the opening comment is, so many more deserving casters that could use this event to break into the space. But instead we have Richard Lewis talking about Transformers and cocaine. So, but that isn't the comment I want to bring to your attention.
I think that's been a bit of a copy pasta in the chat, actually.
Yeah, it seems to have really taken off. But But yeah. Damn, this is the comment. Damn, just watched 10 minutes. They aren't even talking about the games. And Henry G clearly knows he is in a place full of shame because he failed utterly at being given 10 million and had to spend it somewhat sensibly.
Yeah, man. Ever since I...
Would you like to do the rest of this broadcast as Henry G and say outrageous things that will incriminate him?
Yeah, bad idea. Bad idea. I'm already digging a bit of a hole under my real name. I don't need to take anyone else down with me. Maybe I will. We'll see how it goes. Wrong guy, though. Thanks for trying anyway.
Are you also in a place full of shame?
Yeah, except without the 10 mil, which is a bit of a, even bigger shame, if you ask me. Personally, wouldn't have minded that.
And I will be bringing you more updates on the feedback we've had from the community of professional broadcasters over the course of this map. I'll keep you informed.
Experts.
I'm glad you keep us informed.
Listen, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you look at this. I mean, actually, I do. I find it enjoyable as well, but I don't know how you do it so much. I feel like you're able to look into the heart of the beast and then just kind of laugh
To
it
build
off.
up a resistance to poison, one must take frequent small doses, Harry.
Wow, yeah. If you started some esports monk religion out in the woods or jungle or just somewhere with a lot of trees, I would come and join you, Richard. We could shave our heads.
He's
We
already there.
could wear, but I mean fully shiny, real shiny. No beards, hairless. Just a bunch of dudes playing games in the forest.
Reading
would do
HLTV forums.
And reading the HLTV forums.
Is that where Nirvana is?
Oh, the bomb's on top of the box.
That's unfortunate.
Nice shot from Grat. Sonic's got to go up
He can
and
get
over.
that, though.
Yeah, he can
Sonic's
jump
a big
that.
boy, man.
Yeah.
He's like 6
He's got
foot.
long arms. Oh, no, he needs to jump on the railing. Maybe. Oh, he's going all the way up. Whatever gets you going, whatever gets you into that B-bomb site, extra assault. 4 on 3, plant in and save for EXTREMUM. Bit of a shame, huh? If only Grat knew about that bomb. But
Could've been.
alas.
I do have a story to derail us a little bit. Back onto
Oh,
the
that's
Australian
good.
accents.
Yeah. No, okay, this is fine. I think we've been on the rails for a round now, so it's about time we got off.
I know we need help with that.
Yeah, please, Duff. Please.
My Australian accent at this point is pretty rusty, but back in the Vietnam days, taking it back
Oh
there.
yeah, the Vietnam days, right? Back when you were in Nam, yep.
Back when I was in
Yeah.
Nam, back in Nam, most of the expat community around there, I went to an international school, right? And most of the expat community was Australian. Most of my teachers were Australian. A lot of my friends were Australian. So I used to, as you did, I was like 12 or whatever, go spend the weekend with a friend or spend, have sleepovers, hang out, spend time at my friends' places and
Go
their
stay
families.
at Peter Yarrow's for the weekend.
Yeah,
Kind of vibe.
please God, no. And so I'd come home with a little bit of an Australian accent, and my dad would make fun of me because it wouldn't be, I wasn't trying to put it on at all. It'd just be, words and things that were creeping through because I'd been spending so much time with it. I was being converted. That's
So
all I
you
got.
still got that accent?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
so we can't even really believe
Oh,
you. Nice
Grat
dive.
with the knife in the vent. He's been trying to do this every single round. Credit to the guy for his persistence.
I mean, that's when you know what you're up against, right? As said, Sonic always does that, and we've been waiting all game for it to happen.
Yeah, great read.
Has he got any more, though? He's fired the orb down below. They're actually walking around the A site. Grat's down on the vent. Maybe JWS, because he'll be needed. Oh, he just takes the shots from Jacob, who wallbangs out a second. I think Grat could have gone a little bit later there, but... Oh, almost denied the plant. Instead, it's 6.
To build on that story, Mike, right? When I went to university with a guy called Jez, right? And he, this is true, I got him stupid, but just something that did happen to me, as stories about my life often are. Jez was Australian, and we used to hang out all the time, he'd be talking in an Australian accent, you know. And anyway, he couldn't afford to stay at university anymore. It was expensive. And he was dropping out. And on the last day, he came to me, and in a thick Yorkshire accent, he said that he'd been lying the whole time about being an Australian exchange student.
No.
And what had happened was, on the first day, he did it at like a party to impress some girls, and then just got locked into the lie that he spent an entire year at university pretending to be an Australian man. And, you know, I think about all the mad lies he told me. Like, you know, he'd be like, oh, yeah, beat up a kookaburra, or, you know, whatever it was. I don't even know what that is. Don't even know what that is. Yeah. You know, obviously he doesn't either because he's from, like, Sheffield or something, you know.
He got you, though. Was it convincing? Like, no, never any doubt.
I mean, because you wouldn't even question. If somebody said I'm Australian, and even if they were talking with a really bad, dodgy Australian accent, you wouldn't question it, would you? Why would someone make
you liar?
Yeah, you would. The first thing you would say is, "Hang on a minute, mate. I've got a good ear for regionality," and you know, you wouldn't, would you? You just wouldn't. So yeah, just a mental guy that I met.
Crazy. That's a cool story.
That is sick, Christian.
I wonder what he's doing now because we never spoke again after that, obviously.
What was your reaction to him saying?
Well, I mean, what do you say? So you've just had my eyes out and lied to me for a whole year. Okay, cool. I guess we're probably not going to keep in touch, but I do respect this weird moment of honesty as you're leaving my life. So thank you. I think it was just strange. You know?
I mean, that is the definition of committing to the bit.
I wonder if he kept that up, like the first company he goes and works for, he's like, tells the girl he's Swedish or something, and then just has to be like, hello, for every, I can't do a Swedish accent, in case you couldn't tell.
What the hello? Hello? I am a Swedish man.
I haven't heard of dedication like this since, like, John Doe in the 7 movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, movie, there was only one, actually. There should be a sequel. 8, it's called. Anyway. I'm waiting for America to do that. But anyway, you know, think of the dedication it takes. Every day you wake up, fucking hell, I gotta talk all. Yeah, I've got to go out.
And he has what you said, like a Yorkshire accent. Like
yeah, exactly. It was like, hey, I mean, he might have been doing. Who knows? Maybe he's never even been to Yorkshire either. Maybe he's just like an absolute psychopath, and he thought
he's actually from like Pennsylvania, US, or something. Just like
maybe the Yorkshire component of his personality was the lie, and he was Australian. And what he did was he thought, I never really liked Richard, so I'll say I'm from Yorkshire as I leave to give him an inherent distrust of all people for the rest of his life.
And with that, the Transformers massacre of 03, man, like you were just a broken human. Oh, look at this little A flank, and it's all kind of falling apart. Just fine.
10 seconds.
And no time. A sad story with a sadder ending. EXTREMUM up onto 6. And still giving us good mileage here on Nuke. Richard, you said something in the in like the little post/pre-map. You said that like it just feels like they're EXTREMUM. This is like so close to making it work, and I really share that sentiment, man. A part of me is worried that they're going to have another close second map here where they keep it competitive the whole way through, but just lose out at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've had some like really close rounds as well. It's like even in a moment-to-moment basis, you can see that EXTREMUM are like so that, you know, they win one gunfight and, you know, a whole round can change. It's like, it must be very frustrating for them. But, you know, I think if they can close this out 9-6, you know, that'd be good. I think that's a good innings against Extra Salt on their map. So, fingers crossed. I'd like to see a third map between these teams, honestly.
Would be new territory. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. Well, especially because the third map's Dust 2, right? So that is the perennial coin toss. So
well, here we go. The decider of the half here. It's all about the money for Extra Salt. They've got none left. If they lose this, they might get that ever coveted 9-6. Dished down their way. Throwing some Muto outside. It's all been cleared by Grat. He's pushed behind the smokes. He's said to his team, watch your top site. There's nothing going on out here, boys. It's got to be A. It's got to be Rimp. It's got to be bloody anywhere but here, guys.
It's anywhere but where we are, mate. Here it is, little Rimp rush, but Liaz in with the double. Oh, he might make it a little bit more. We'll get only a little bit of damage onto, who is that? OC, mate. Brought down low. Gratisfaction already here on the AWP. Jacob's alongside him. It's old mate Jacob and Gratisfaction to hold down the lower push. And through the window. Grat, they're right behind him, but Jacob's got his back. A momentary lapse in judgment, perhaps. And now we're into a 2-on-2.
Oh, Azza, he's stuck inside of the vent there, looking to hunt him down. They've got the bomb. They're going to go for it. They're going to give him a look, and they've got the headshot. JT with a lights-out killer blow to the back line of EXTREMUM. Only Bentet now coming back up from the ramp side. He's going to have to walk. He does not want to give away his rotation. OC getting the plant in. Looking for that 7th round. It could be huge. It could save them in this T side. Instead, it's Bentet sneaking in by. Does he have the silent drop? Does he know what to do? Does he have the moves like Weber? No, it's going to have to be the loudmouth. Bentet now 1-on-2. Going to the site, tapping it. They're swinging door together. He's not ready, but they line up. It doesn't matter. JT with a round, 3 kills in it, and 7 on the board. I think the big one for me is how do you differentiate between New Zealand and Aussie accents?
Oh, much more nasal.
I can't do that.
Oh, I just do a Taika Waititi impression if I'm trying to do Kiwi. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. We're going down into the site now. Oh,
is that New Zealand or
You
Aussie?
just sound like a really shy person.
I'm trying to do.
He's actually from Norfolk.
The Korg accent.
Not again.
I love it. I love Gratisfaction. And I tell you what, I said we needed a good game out of him. Boy, have we had a good game out of him. You're feeling the impact. I love the confidence of just making this knife in the vent play every single time. And with the AWP, it's actually a pretty sick move. Like, if anyone's trying to push into this A site, a lot of the time, you're, like, smoking off main. You kind of discount that vent position a little bit. We've seen him get kills on the rotation back up. And this is what he does. He hangs around in the vent. If it's not an A rush, he'll come back up and offer up assistance outside. Gratisfaction's double has set up EXTREMUM really quite nicely in this round. It's a 2-on-2. The rest of EXTREMUM have just got to finish the job that Gratisfaction started.
They know where that player is in towards heaven, though. There's no problem there. Jacob's coming back around, but it's going to take him a while to get here. Coming from Trophy now. Might have Fang's back, actually. Fang seems to have discounted the possibility. Tucked in towards Squeaky. I think this has to be about Jacob. They're aware of the heaven player, and now it seems like they're looking back to check for the next thrust. It's going to be Jacob coming around. He's got the back of Sonic. Down to a 1v2, but they bled so much time off of this. There are kits available. And that's going to be a wild spray for Fang that gets punished. Liaz takes the 8-7. That'll be the half. That's going to wrap it up. It's an exact playthrough. Exactly the scoreline we had last time these two teams matched up on Nuke. And we'll have to see if they can continue the script when we come back from the break.
EXTREMUM battling for tournament life here, but they're going to have to check every nuke and cranny as they go up against a very good Extra Salt team. Worst throw.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It took me a second to put together Nuke and Nuke, but I like it. I'm here for it.
You know, they can't all be gold.
Ooh. Well, the golden boy of Extra Salt has started off. JT clearing corners is caught looking the wrong way, and Azza runs him down. Sonic might need to double up, maybe even find more. He's going to bring the fight to them. They run out the door. The vent is an option, and right down to B they go. Marquis just spamming the smoke from the rafters, gets 2. The vent does have the bomb in it, so they'll be able to plant B at least, but past that point, it's going to be difficult. kind of hope Mike would pick that one up there, but you know, it's swings and
You know,
roundabouts.
I'm just here
Pistols and
watching.
retakes.
I'm just a spectator, just a fan. Somehow won a sweepstakes, managed to get onto the call with you guys.
What you should do, by the way,
that's what's happening here.
What you should do, Mike, if you really want your career to take off, is you should go and make a Reddit thread right now, saying that the reason you were so quiet on the broadcast is because Richard Lewis was just so oppressive as a presence, you couldn't get a word in. And even though I obviously talk the least during the matches, people will believe it despite there being no empirical evidence whatsoever of it being true. They will immediately hold a pity party for you and will immediately email Valve directly to petition them to never include me on another broadcast ever again.
I'm going to actually tell them that you're holding my family hostage and that I only get so many minutes.
The babam. The babam method, yes.
Hate these bullies, man. I can't stand them.
Shout out to, I think that was 2014. That was a great year. Enjoyed that one.
Never truly recovered.
3 MP9s out, which you never really love to see against a Force Buy. Always a bit tricky. I will say, so far, this is playing out very nicely to script. We had an 8-7 first half. Pistol round's been won by Extra Salt. They need to win this one, lose the following, and then we're pretty much getting a shadow play of the last game. If that happens, I'm really gonna think.
Is that what we want?
In reality, I mean, it is if you're an Extra Salt fan. I'll tell you that much.
True.
Exchange outside. The MP9's still up. That is one of the rifles lost, and it's Fang who's down for the count. Had a much quieter map than we are sometimes expecting, but it's been a pretty even-keeled display for Extra Salt. Everyone's kind of pulling their weight. Oh, here's the spot. Oh, see, he's tucked into the stairs. This could be a bit tricky if they make their way into locker, but he's got a friend. He's got JT here, and now he knows the player's on as well. Spots that Jacob's not present. They peek from secret, and there we go. That should be about the round. The bomb is dashed down, but let's see if Liaz can pull out some magic, and no! It's not going to happen. Not here, not today. Sonic comes away with a multi-kill once more, and he buoys his team to a second round. Right now, so here comes the round one from EXTREMUM, and if that happens,
I mean, if that happens now, I'll be impressed. They're on an eco. Maybe they ecoed the second last time and forced it or bought the third.
They did. They didn't get the bomb plant in the first round. It's not identical here, Hugo.
It can still happen though. Any round is winnable, Mike. Or more so, any round is losable. Will Extra Salt find that out? They've already lost a gun. There's the beginning. Jacob, the one-man armored. And the one man you really want to be armed as well. He's up to 20 kills. So let's see if he can put this M4 to good use.
Back into the lobby they go. Very stationary hold from Extra Salt. They're pretty comfortable with their positioning. Haven't seen anything just yet, and it does seem like it's going to be on the shoulders of JT. He's got players coming his way, but the rifle finds him. The MP9 not good for the angle, and there we go. Jacob trading off his teammates, and that lower sight is wide open. Spread. Prepared for their entry, and in they go. Sonic will collect one as they make their way over, but Jacob, big boss, is still up. No, he's been found. That's the rifle down. Just the SMG to try and hang on, and this one's not following the script because Extra Salt don't aim to drop around here. They roll up to 10. They convert in a very risky round. Seemed like that early rifle giveaway might have just come back to bite them, but no. Extra Salt stays strong.
Well, it might get his full range in now, so that
There we
Reddit
go.
thread doesn't happen. See, he's got voices. He's got anecdotes. He can do it all.
He's got PT Arrow's mobile number. Or vice versa, more likely.
Yeah, Yarrow's been
Peter
on.
Yarrow has him on the Find My Friends app.
He's been on the
From all those times back in NARM.
white pages, just looking stuff up.
Oh, the flash does nothing, apparently.
Yeah, man. What a flash. That's what they thinking on the side of EXTREMUM. XD, they run down lower. They drop a little smoke. They run into the site. Ooh. They plant the bomb.
This is how Twitch chat wants to be cast. Marky, kill. Bomb down. Retake.
There was noise when he dropped down. The game is programmed to perform a sound cue if you take damage from falling. They could have heard that, but there's no one here to hear it. Marky is now engaging in something called a save action, which is where you retain your weapon because it is better to have weapon than to not have weapon. His knife is out, not because he is attempting to knife someone, but just because he wanted to look at it. And now he is moving to a safe part of the map to avoid being killed by the enemy who are attempting to kill him. He has achieved his goal. He will retain that weapon. It's easy casting, isn't it? Easy. Thank you. I wonder when the soundboard was coming out. Been disappointed that hasn't come out a lot sooner.
Yeah, we need to add some more tracks to it, I think.
I could try and give us like a really overbearing, too much soundboard in one round of casting, and it will give us our fill, and we'll never want to hear from it again. So let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents, we're in now with round 20 between Extra Assault, aka NACL. Am I right, boys? More like NACS. So you got a little bit of a fight going on outside. We're all having a good time right now. JT, he's looking in with the scout. We're all loving what we're getting out of him. It's a big outside setup. So let's see what's going on outside here. Ooh, it's a little bit scary if you're on the EXTREMUM side. There's a lot of bodies here, but there's the first kill. Oh, it's a rough day for the outside stack. It's a sad day indeed. Hugo did just throw me off completely by changing the page of the soundboard.
I was looking for more for you, Harry. You used all of them.
Gotta pull up the old NAFPL soundboard.
Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic. They had a cast one as well. It was definitely entertaining.
I'd love to see a whole cast communicated via the medium of soundboards. Just literally no words, only sounds. Now that would be straight fight.
Well, if I had to try and describe where Marky is right now.
He's on the roof.
He is on the roof, Connor. Thank you very much. Here he is, looking in towards the A site. Marky. Ooh, in with the swing. Just leaves it on JT. He does deal with the first. It's getting close. Getting down to the wire. Flash through the door. Forces him out into the open. Ooh, JT gonna nail the kill. And there it is, the round found. As the defuse is in, it's gonna be close. But I think he's got 11 on the board for Extra Assault.
He does?
Nice one.
It's the delayed HUD that gets me on.
Are idiots. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah, we all knew he had it.
Do I have a sound effect for this? Do I have a sound effect?
What's Jennifer Lopez?
That's yeah, you know who she is?
Yeah,
she's
what's
like
the sound effect?
It's not. It's just a song. It's just a whole Jennifer Lopez song. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you probably can't play that one.
I got this sound too, the purple one. You see what that's called?
No. Don't press that.
That's the...
Predict never gonna happen. Oh, fast out the door and denied.
That would get us DMCA'd, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
no, I wasn't going to play Jennifer Lopez.
Get pressed,
don't worry, that one wasn't going to get pushed.
That's where the line's drawn. Here on the internet.
Well,
nice. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just while we've got a little moment here, more feedback about the commentary from a thread entitled Summit Unwatchable. This caster's dud. What the fuck is this shit? They just keep laughing at everything. It is just painful to watch. Where is Mr. Sponge? Sad face emoji.
I think he solved it. I think he's saved the broadcast right there.
Perhaps Hotbid could come on air and explain why he didn't hire Sponge and instead elected to hire you people. That would be, I think, a benefit to the audience.
You can't win them all, sadly. Can win some, though.
Look, man, I bet we all would have loved to have had Chad here telling you how CS works, or I'm sorry.
I think he's just confused. The Bad News Bears have already been eliminated from the tournament. Spongy's out.
This is terrible. This is not your finest hour, I'm afraid, Mike.
No, yeah, Mike, that is one of the, you know, there's highlights, there's lowlights, and that's one of the two.
Just for that, I will be reading another piece of feedback.
Oh no!
Please do.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Oh no! Look what you've done, Mike.
Richard Lewis sucks the energy out of the room every time he opens his mouth.
Are we in the same call? Like, is this guy listening?
Zero charisma, low energy guy. Stay behind the analyst desk. Directing me to a role I have never occupied. Well, haven't occupied since 2016.
Oh, JT!
Nice spray.
I love that. I love a bit of JT. Now, there's the kind of guy that sucks the energy out of a round right there, but he sucks it out for the opposition, right? He's like the Hoover character from the Teletubbies. You go, do not hit that purple button. Oh, that is how we get in big trouble. So we just leave the purple button alone. We have a button that can never be pushed in this house.
But it's so good. And you'll never know.
I'm so curious now.
Quite a few during the break. 13-9, and Fangs pushed up behind red.
Do you know the name of the vacuum cleaner from the Teletubbies?
It has a name?
He does have a name. I just have to try and remember it, but I will get it. No, I don't know. What is it? I thought I almost said snoo, but then that's the thing for Futurama.
That is the euphemism for sex. Yes.
Yes. Oh, OC up in heaven. He's trying to give him death by snoo and all. Look at him peeking in from up on the rafters. They're holding on for this little lower push though. Jacob, oh yeah, that's a freebie. Freest kill of his career. Maybe even a double from it. Ooh, it's kind of back and forth. JT is going to hold on. He's giving us a great game right now. They're wrapping up into heaven. You remember that guy, OC? Remember that dude from earlier who was in this position? Right now, he's reaggressed all the way through into lobby, conceding heaven. But what this does is it means now you're poised for an A-side retake. However, EXTREMUM, they're kind of, you know, aware that heaven shouldn't be this free. And so they drop down into B, anticipating the lobby stack, if I had to guess. They've read this well. They've set themselves up nicely in this 3-on-3.
Great call, but that door, they're already walking up to it. Lots of CTs coming down the vent as well. It's not for them. They could just get him off the site right now. There's no cover, but they don't want to make that move. They have no info. Sonic with the first kill on the retake. One more man still in the bomb site. It's been Tet. Liaz in the double. Smoked off by Sonic. Oh, door gets swung, but Tet playing with them right now. We need help from that single door player. Liaz is spamming the smoke. They know where he is. He shot a bullet. That's all it takes. Taking down Tet leaves OC in the bomb. Oh, he's going to stick it. 4-5 seconds scope on it. Liaz is going to fall for it. He's spraying, but he can't get him off the defuse. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Liaz. You never know. You hear the scope. You don't know what he's doing. He hits him a couple of times, but needed one more bullet.
Hit the little grin point there from Marky. Came a little later than I expected. But it does feel like we might just be in the waning moments here. Not a lot of cash to try and fight for this one. They are going to get a buy going. Up. Actually, substantially better than I expected with the bomb plant, of course. Bit of utility limitation, but nothing substantial. Still, for EXTREMUM, it's been rough. They've gotten one round since the halftime break. One isolated round. Not a lot to build upon there. We've gotten a far thing from the competitive map we were expecting. And instead, it's been extra salt all day since the half switch. Tet.
Oh. Where did that come from? 2 kills in the A side. Now they're just going to run. Az has got another outside. It's getting easier by the second. Only one man behind A, and JT is not up for the job. OC should save. And wow. It's going to be 10 rounds for EXTREMUM.
It's kind of like a sad time for Jacob, who's like playing hearts out in this game, man. He's almost 30 kills deep, for crying out loud. And yet still, it's not enough. Like, the reason why that's just so unreal is, like, look at the frags on either side, right? It's a bit of a weird thing to talk about. Normally I wouldn't, but look, JT's on 20, right? He's top of the board for Extra Soul. The next highest on the team is sat on 18, and it's OC who's saving right here. For EXTREMUM, you've almost got 30 on Jacob. Like, he is head and shoulders top of the server right now, and yet still, you know, they're trailing behind. This is where, right, if I was going to look at this list, I would either want someone like Buntet or Gratisfaction to try and step up, be that second player alongside Jacob, trying to keep this dream alive. You've at least broken the money here, right? That AWP is the only thing you've got to worry about. And so hopefully EXTREMUM can get through this round nice and clean and try to tee themselves up for a bit of a comeback here while things are still in regulation.
Look, the space has been taken, though. A lot of information here in lobby. They were expecting the lobby crunch, and now they're ready for it. Buntet waiting that entire time, making them think they'd gone outside. Instead, just wait for that first kill. Now you take the outside space. You found the damage. Oh, Fang's got the lineup. Never mind. Azur limps away 2 HP. Thought those deagle bullets could actually travel through and further. And even with the ladder and accuracy, it's not going to be an issue here. These pistols are unable to find a killing blow on player after player. Mostly just Azur, who has somehow killed 2. Well, at that, exactly that number, and hell. This is going to be it. OC, they're trying to knife him. Liaz maybe thinks better of it. Jumping out of the angle. OC found himself a pair there, and it'll be Azur again to add a third to his tally. No health the entire round, and he takes 3 kills.
Yeah, almost the collat on the jump round the corner. That was crazy. Yeah, I was trying to bait the shot out, but doesn't matter. Orb is removed. Extra Soul not won this game yet. Couple of rounds in a row. The last dance for EXTREMUM again, perhaps, in this tournament.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't be saying that phrase, Hugo, man. Yeah. You'll make me cry.
It was purpose.
All right, the last dance of the 100 Thieves, that's one of the...
You were sobbing, Harry.
Real Aussie CS fans know. That should have been, you know, their big finish. But it's fine. I'm not bitter about that. Here's a ramp play, pushing in. JT, not blind. Head on, Hugo. The flashbang did come up a little short. Grab. Oh. All right, Gratisfaction. I see you. Back to late outside smokes. I love doing these late in a round, man. Nothing causes more fear than these late outside smokes coming down.
Now, if Robin were here, he would say, past the minute point, these smokes are often just fakes, right? You're not going to cross behind them. You're not going to end B. You're just trying to draw those rotates. And wow, Robin, great point. You've done it again.
There's the spot, though. There's the info. OC will drop. Back and away, but it's a play in towards heaven. They're not going to attack the Opera at all. They're going to take the space instead, and Marky doesn't seem poised for this. Now they've got to react. Now they're ready. Now they hear the footsteps are coming, and they are thundering down on their roof. Marky takes one, looking for more, but the MP9 at that range, not effective. The rifles, bit more so. Bomb's made its way in towards sight, but it is a 2v3. They've got to hold on to this. Numbers will be punched in. That occupies Grat for the moment, and Buntet, well, Grat gets into the angle fast enough. Up on the scene. Here's the Gratisfaction you were looking for all map long. Now he's showing up in the clutch, in the moment where it matters most. It's left to OC. A missed shot. Chances the angle once more, and Grat just misses that one. Well, that was Buntet, rather. They Bogdan's lawed it. Now it's all under OC. Should know where at least one of them is. Don't know if he spotted the second, but the smoke defuse might just pay out for him. He's gotten away with it once before. The no-scope's not connecting. They've gone to the sidearms. That's a collat! But it's not going to be the kill. He's out of time. He's out of time. He has to back out. He never spotted the second player.
What? He didn't even realize he just collateraled. That is a real, like, so close for OC. Brilliant stuff out of Gratisfaction. And I'm feeling pretty good right now because those guys, the two that we were looking at to step up alongside a dude like Jacob and Buntet and Gratisfaction, have given us some great rounds since that's what we demanded. Ooh, okay, this is getting more interesting by the minute. I want a third map.
Yeah.
I think I speak for all of us when I say, you know, I want it. Look, man, look at Azza. How can't you get behind a dude like this?
I still want Liaz.
Look at that smile. Oh, man, you couldn't have timed this better. Azza appreciation moment. We all need to just love this guy a little bit every now and again.
I still want Liaz to tear the plastic off his monitor. Come on, man. We're days into this event now.
Yeah, but he's just being a nice guy. It's probably not, you know, they're playing like a boot camp. He doesn't want to be like, yeah, peeled the monitor plastic off, spat all over it, spilled my juice on the screen.
I don't think he should spit on it, but I think he should peel it off, just for the satisfaction at least.
But it's not like it's opaque. I would get it if he's just got like a see-through. Doesn't affect the way they run. We're fine.
I think camping at the Dignitas headquarters. We could get a request to Fifth Line.
Oh, dude, we could send Robin in.
Yeah, just runs in, rips the plastic off, runs out.
And then some guy on, this isn't wholesome. This is a direct violation of the one man allowed in the room at a time.
It would be after the map, we would hope.
Ooh, Jacob.
Well, you do have to wonder if EXTREMUM have had a secret sandwich with information contained within, perhaps written in mustard or some other condiment, because they're coming back into this match.
Yes. The lunchbox has all the answers. And there's nothing OC can do.
I still love that, man. That's one of my favorite things.
Ever?
The idea that the sandwich somehow contained game-breaking information.
Yeah, he just leant over. Check your sandwich, son, before you
burnt into the toast.
It's like...
Dad, look, I've only come in with my shirt off because it's urgent. Just read the bloody sandwich. Read the sandwich. Dad, are you all right, mate? Just bloody lift up the bread and look down into the sandwich, son. Right, I've got to go. I'm back to daytime drinking around my house.
What is that noise?
Right, well, there's the death rattle. He's gone. He's gone.
Harry's lungs are like a trombone, man.
I think Bad News Bears might have a hot tub promotional video in the works that might just feature a guest appearance from Spongy Dad.
Oh, nice. Well, we get the Spongy Hot Tub Dad stream that we all wanted.
OC's going for it with the AWP. He's smoked Glaive. He's going red. This guy wants to end the series. He doesn't want them controlling this map anymore. Gotta worry though, Molly landing. He's got a smoke behind him to evade into. T's walking, Grat's waiting, but timing is everything. And OC might just hit the nail on the head. Grat not looking. Who will walk into this angle first? There it is, Azza dead. And now Grat OC looking above as well. Still Grat to worry about. Buntet walks up and OC knocks him back.
Yes! Oh, but two pliable AWPers take a field outside. They're both looking to try and snuff the other out, but in the end, Jacob steals it away. Grat's faction's wrapped onto by Fang. There's a double outside setup that they never even knew about. Fang is stealing all the kills away. Just Liaz 1v3, but he's hit a good time and out into the hut. Never mind. This is a round of individuals, a round of hero plays. Liaz has to try and do the impossible. This is saving EXTREMUM from the 15 rounds, reaching Extra Salt first. Liaz drops this smoke. He doesn't know where the second man is, right? He knows about Fang outside. He's seen this guy. He knows about him.
Liaz.
JT was the one question mark, but it's Liaz getting it down to this 1v1. The bomb is under JT's control. And Liaz with the 1v3, baby. Remember the name. Liaz.
Look at Buntet.
He's saved the day. Buntet's so damn happy. We're keeping it going. Not 15 yet, Extra Salt. Not while Liaz is still standing.
Yeah, an Extra Salt taking a timeout to process that one. That one's got to hurt.
But Ted looks so shocked, man. He had his head in his hands.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do a
anyone...
Samuya, like, GG, yeah. I'm out of it, peace. Like, you're not clutching.
I don't think anyone was ready for that. Oh, my God.
But it's easy to forget, right, that this was the, you know, a team that, you know, everyone had sort of high hopes for. We've got tenured international players, right? These types of rounds should be the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like, you know, we don't get that a lot. Liaz has looked good, though, coming back in NA. Definitely Harry Potter.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the Norwegian sensation, are we? Jacob rolling it back like it's 2015 all over again.
Oh, no. Trying to close the series. And in 2015, that CZ was good. Marky reminds us why. Only good for one, though. 2 players left up. And they are saving. They're trying to play for OT in the first place. That's what they decided in the pause, not where they wanted to be after a 3-on-1, ready to close the series 2-0. EXTREMUM now in a position where they are the favorites of Nuke. Dust 2 is just around the corner if they get their way. Orb saved here by JT. They're going to have everything they want in that next round. Everything but a round, and that's what they need to do to get us to overtime. But yeah, Jacob, 31 kills, Bentet 22. Grat, same story. Fang, still fairly quiet. Seemed like he did enough last round outside pushing, but this is it, round 30.
Indeed. Are we going to get a third map? Are we going to get overtime? Whatever happens, we've had some great Counter-Strike out of these two teams.
It has been.
We've had some great feedback as well. I'm talking over your mic, as is the norm.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like the charisma vacuum Richard Lewis.
Here I am again.
Suck my energy, Richard. Suck my energy.
Yes, yes. There will be no one talking except me. Yes, that's what I want when I come on air, yeah.
Well, whose energy is going to get sapped in this round, because it could be a devastating ending for Extra Soul. Not if JT has his way.
It's been 6 rounds in a row for EXTREMUM to get to this point, including that crazy 1v3 from Liaz.
It's big, though, that Grat is on the receiving end early on here, right? He's been like a constant guy who, even if he hasn't been getting you openers, he's been good at like trading kills out, creating space, applying pressure with that AWP. With him gone, you know, we look down the list, we need something big out, you know, another big round from Liaz. Now would be a great time for it. Jacob and Bunset, they've both been living up to the hype so far. It's not a done deal yet, but this is not how you wanted to begin round 30, right? Everything's kind of grinded to a bit of an awkward halt here for EXTREMUM as they try to get this game over the line.
Ticking down to 40 seconds here. Execute can't be far, either event drop or an upper hit.
Yeah, that's got to be event drop surely here.
No smoke for it though, they're wide open.
Yeah.
Up player's gonna get one, there's the combo. It's gonna be overtime, the bomb just slips down vent, but it's gonna get caught down below, and this should be it. Done and dusted, there's OT.
Wow. Yeah, it felt like it went from bad to worse, right? Grat tempts the ramp pick with the AWP, he dies to the scoped AUG of JT. And at that point, what do you have if you're EXTREMUM? Nothing. Just trying to pump into the A-bomb site. Denied, and we go again. Still winnable in OT, right? Anyone's game. EXTREMUM, like you said, 6 in a row, right near the end of that T side. The resilience that we have seen really from both of these squads in not only pulling comebacks, but just never letting go, even when they're getting beaten. Well, someone will have to, eventually. This tug of war will leave a team in the mud.
That is how tugs of war end. Usually.
Yes.
I haven't had a tug of war for...
So, in my in the town my parents live in, every year there's 2 neighborhoods, Annapolis and Eastport, and they have a massive tug of war. Esport declares war on Annapolis. They post a sign to the thing. A giant rope is strung across the harbor. They had tug of war over the harbor. So in that one, you don't end up in the mud. You end up in the water.
Has the rope ever snapped?
I don't believe so. It's pretty damn huge.
I've seen that before, like a strongman like competition where they have like a tug of war with like the most hench guys imaginable, and one time the rope like snapped and like, you know, like gave like some dude like a chronic whiplash around the chops. Like it was really you don't want that to happen. That's why I ask, if you're gonna do tug of wars, do them safe, please.
Yeah, wear goggles, wear a mouth guard. That's how I.
Yeah, you know.
And Gratisfaction's got his goggles on. The ones that enable him to see people better because he's landing up shots.
Yes, indeed, Richard. It's the magic glasses on the magic man. And like Sauron, he sees near on everything as long as he's looking in that direction.
Good, better.
Sonic over in the window, gonna try and get in, trying to create some space, but there's no space to be created today. The energy in that round cannot be created or destroyed, and that will be one more for EXTREMUM up on the tally.
Look at these here on the replay, like just such good picks there. Really won that round for his team.
Yeah. Feeling it right, not happy about how he couldn't close the map because he was the first to die in round 30. So he takes a round 31 right back for EXTREMUM. Good start, back to the door. Don't give Grat those picks. The molly goes very deep though. So it will have to be respected. Smoke as well. Push up on the ramp. Check JT, he's in quite the position. Actually, rather no, I'm looking at the minimap, I thought he was walking radio. Instead, he's just tucked. Oops. Well, he's going to swap out with the AWP, though. Put OC back in the ramp room, letting JT float, letting him support the A site. Check outer. Grat. Oh, close. Not
characteristic quite. Miss.
Yeah, not wide swung. Back outside for the late smokes, it seems. Will they cross towards B this time?
Claren's law does tell us that late smokes oftentimes are nothing more than a fake.
They both threw the same smoke.
Oh, that's cool. You hate that. You absolutely hate that. Now there is a smoke on Grat. He's going to be able to throw one underhand here.
Gap. A big old gap.
Yeah. And these other smokes at the front are going to start to fade soon. Like, as far as botched outside rounds go, this one is one of them. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Marky already down here on B, waiting in or possibly on the wings. Here he is. Good for the first. Gratisfaction. Gonna trade it out. This is what I say, man. In terms of this AWP, he's been great at getting trades, not just finding openers. That round now. No trade for him, as he is the man in the crosshair. Liaz rotating in, but as a dead man on this bomb plant, he does get it down just in time. But asking Liaz to 1v3 again, that's a bit of a reach.
Yeah, a round to forget there for EXTREMUM. Came apart with the first smoke and went from bad to worse. But that's the pressure you're under. Staring into the abyss, as I often do after the casting ends.
7 in the morning, sitting out on the lawn chair with a beer.
Harry and Hugo saying, you know, we're off now. We're just going to go and play matchmaking. We're not inviting you because we secretly hate you. And
Listen, every time we've ended recently, you say, well, I got to get up early and do this content tomorrow.
I know. I'm a workaholic, aren't I?
You are, man. You know, you're like going to bed at 7. You're waking up at 9:30. Still hanging over, you know, like I don't even know.
is telling me that my sleep scores are in the 40s.
What's the scale?
100.
That's not awful. It's not great.
No, yeah, you are right. I mean, but it's not great, is it?
No, I mean, you know, remember it could always be worse. Sonic here, holding on.
Yeah. If you think a 40 out of 100 isn't that bad, I really want to know what your grades were in school.
Not great.
I was a boy genius, mate.
Yeah.
But a girl idiot.
Also, just for the chat, I am aware of the irony of me having a Fitbit, yes.
Yes, it's over.
Okay.
That's an interesting technique.
That's one way to clear it, yeah.
I always call that the box that no one ever checks. Liaz has just completely changed my ideology with that little run, jump, sprint.
I mean, you do realize that you weaponizing that box and saying no one ever checks it makes people check it. Like, I'm not against that. It's kind of cool.
That's the whole point,
but,
mate.
yeah, there's been a serious uptick, Harry.
If you call it the box that no one checks, suddenly I bet people start checking it more. Yeah. Here we go, Sonic. Oh, there's the hold, and Marky with him. Side by side, they lock in another round for Extra Salt.
Did get that T round, though. So,
oh, yeah.
How important will it be? Not inconceivable at this point that we could go around in OT again. But that is going to depend on EXTREMUM's CT side.
Orb for Grat again. Let's hope it's going to be put to good use here in this CT half. Oh, of course it will be. He's not going to use it at all. He's got the knife out instead.
Death from above, just peppered with grenades at the start of the round. So
even hot spammed. Ooh. Oh, they're going to go into it. Oh my goodness, Sonic, he loves event drop. Has he not learned? Oh, he looked like he wanted to molly inside of it. Someone else will.
Did.
Yeah, good. Very smart. You know what Grat's been getting up to.
Well, mate, and also, can I just say, like, I feel like you don't see Grat do this all the time on Nuke, but Sonic is like a very, very annoying T-side player to go up against because he's very, very good at getting down those vents. And
tailored for this matchup.
The way that Grat's been playing it does make me think like he's there as the hard counter to the vent drop. And as I've been saying, like, his ability to move, reposition, help out has been incredible. I don't know how Liaz survives this. I don't know how he's still going in this position. He's going to get himself out behind the box that Liaz only checks. And now drops down into this B bomb site. So this is a really nice spot for EXTREMUM to be in.
Look at the map, 3 lower. I mean, they've gambled. They can afford to do so in what is now a 5-on-2. They even have lobby. There is no getting away from this EXTREMUM CT side. You are locked in ramp.
Only 20 seconds to play with as well. You don't get that loss bonus, the cash is going to run out sooner rather than later. Ooh, good shot on the first. It's all onto Fang now, and Fang won't be checking the shutters. Down for the count, out of play. It's Liaz's round, and that'll tie the scoreline up once more.
Yeah, and you feel this is a crucial round, right? Because if Extra Salt aren't able to get this over the line, what will the money look like in the final round of OT? What kind of buy will they have? So, EXTREMUM, they could edge it here. And we all like it when EXTREMUM are edging it.
Do we now?
Extreme mums.
A little bit of edging's fun for everyone. Now with the smokes down, Jacob is waiting to see if the push comes in. Is he gonna come?
Now those smokes, when you put them outside.
I'm sorry. I haven't heard Hugo laugh like that before, man. That was so genuine. Oh.
Well, as we approach the climax of the map here, there's going to be a flurry of kills from EXTRMM, and JT trying to make some noise outside, but he's now locked into the 1v3. This could take the ace from the man, and he won't even be able to get back up the stairs. Map point found. Looking for a third map here is EXTRMM.
And man, you could not say they don't deserve this. If they are able to close this out and take us to a third map, how hard EXTREMUM have worked. And of course, Extra Salt using one of their timeouts now. They're aware of the importance. They'd rather do another OT than a third map. That's what we call common sense.
Yeah. Less is more.
Sometimes.
More can also be more in those other times.
More often, I would say.
Yeah. But unfortunately for Extra Assault, they don't have much, do they? You mentioned the money, Richard. Well,
yep.
No bomb plant, no orb, no rifle for OC, and even
farm
limited
tools
in the
are deployed. It is a rickety old buy.
The good worksman never blames his tools, though. So you got to make do with
also
what you got.
another common saying that is a complete fiction.
What if the tools suck? I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, you know, man. If you gave, like, you know, even some incredible builder like Leonardo DiCaprio, if you gave him just a wooden mallet or something, he ain't crafting the Mona Lisa, is he? Look at this. Out into the open, Sonic, good for one. Jacob will respond. It's a 4-on-4. Oh, but Quintet snatching heads and living.
Oh no, he got
Does
stuck.
get chased down. He gets chased down, goes back for more. Comes
Molly.
to regret it. Molotov. Ooh, it will land, and OC's burning in it. But he lives. But he lives. Will he always be remembered as the one that gets away? This nade could be huge, but it's dropped, I think, just a little too shallow. Graz faction and Liaz in a 2-on-3 to decide if this gets run back into another overtime, or if we do get to that third map. There's the retake one-way dropped up in heaven for Liaz. Grat's still waiting for the main smoke to fade. It's finally come through. That molly is big. That's going to force Fang out into the open. And there's the kills. They all come in at once, baby. Oh, we're going to a third map. EXTREMUM, they steal it away. I love what we get out of them there. Grat with the hero molly. Liaz out of heaven gets one. And Grat, while his Molotov is finishing off one player, he snipes down the third to lock in another map. Join us for that in just a minute. I can't wait to get it started, but sadly we've got to. That's how things work.